Hello everyone, and welcome to Star Fox Adventures Dinosaur Planet. I haven't done this in a long time. I've found myself hankering a little bit for the past. So, you know, why not come through, make a brand new game? I dug out my old disc, my old GameCube controller, and, not my... I guess I'm just gonna go with Will then. I didn't realize there was only 3 letters. Not my GameCube, but my Wii. I'm playing this on the Wii because it has progressive scan. So, okay, here we go. From the depths of space, a girl named Krystal searches for the truth of her parents' death. Finding herself within a lost corner of the Lilat system, she receives a distress call from a world known as Dinosaur Planet. Being of kind heart, she decides to investigate. And now for awkward voice acting. Yes, I enjoy whenever there's a fictional language. Oh my word, that is a boat with a T-Rex head on it. How lovely. Okay, so I'm not gonna try to obfuscate this. Star Fox Adventures Dinosaur Planet is a bit of a... well, it's a divisive game for anybody who remembers it whenever it came out, and I'm not going to try to hide the fact that its introduction here is less than perfect. I don't really remember much of this, but oh jeez. Okay, so this is basically the flying mechanics from a traditional Star Fox game, but wait, there's no aiming reticle. Oh my word, this is terrible. I hate this. I hate this so much. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be shooting at, since I don't know where the hits are gonna land. But then again, I don't seem to have a health bar. So what if I just start jamming? Okay, so I can spam the attack. It looks like I'm supposed to shoot the things that are the cannons there. Where am I going? What's happening? Oh, I think I'm supposed to hit the propeller. Can I? Oh no! Oh, that should have sliced me in half. Okay, so just keep hitting the attack button, try to destroy the propeller. Oh, no! Like I said, I'm gonna be honest, I only vaguely remember this section of the game. Definitely put a bad taste in your mouth if this is the introduction to it. There we go, okay, I destroyed the propeller. And, oh, okay, the cannons are working again, so I guess let's just spam it and hope that I can actually hit. I don't know. You know, there's plenty to like about this game. There really is plenty to like about this game. But, starting off on a not the best note is definitely how I would describe this. If I don't have to shoot the face of this boat, then I don't know what on earth I'm supposed to do. Okay, yeah, it actually flashes red. That's how you know. You know, admittedly, I think that this is one thing that they've changed about a lot of video games these days. It's the fact that they make the weak point like bright and glowing just so you can understand where you're supposed to be shooting the whole time. Okay, he's doing another turn. Can't really hit the face too much. Woo! Oh, look at that, I did it! I smacked the anthropomorphic, well, the living face of the boat. One has to wonder why all hands are not on deck after being attacked as such. Alright. And it's not even well lit, and I can tell that she's wearing almost nothing. Screech. Okay, didn't know that your little flying buddy could understand you. What's confusing about this... oh, your adventure begins. Use the left stick to move Krystal around. Use L to center the camera behind Krystal. If you listen carefully, you might be able to hear a voice. Try finding the source of that voice. Okay, I suppose I can do that. It's a little bit strange for Krystal to be wearing just basically a loincloth whenever she's supposed to be from outer space, presumably. Ooh. When A appears, check the A tab. This will tell you what A can do at that time. Okay, so context sensitive. By pressing A, you were able to talk to me. When A appears again, check the display, as this button can do many different things. Yes, okay, again, context sensitive. Thank you very much. You can't really see it too well in this, from the gameplay perspective, but my word, it's dark in here. The fur drawing in this game is very good. Oh my word. This is a key from the Krystal Palace. When you pick up an item, it will be placed into your C inventory. Move C in any direction to display your inventory, then push C left or right to rotate the inventory. Each slot will hold different types of objects. That got item sound just unlocked a core memory. Right, I don't think that I'm supposed to use the key down here. Maybe somewhere up on deck? I can't hardly see a thing in here. I'm gonna need to adjust the brightness at some point. I'll wait to do that, though. Uh-oh. What's gonna happen? It's a dinosaur man. He's on fire. Oh, get that burning off my tail.
General Scales. Hiko, Kohud, or Taskuki, Eve Dinosaur Planet. Ud Neokraju, Ui Kimo Nekt.
Am dek kutsoho kejvorik oi. Am edko kutsoho rozvejo evu tashkov zuk.
Utashkov Zuk? Kiash Niko Koduk, Ash Atashkov.
Keo cloud on a kekt moyorik oi. Keo ola general.
Moak. Aumdekulak. Ahiko Ilokio, Mudu Tadijwi Kiaro. Kiok. Ash Neo Amit Hiko Kutsash Kudok Nakivu. Ikianajo. Kio Vik Oknush Kokeva Wika Walk Mo. Ue Tuoki Sekodwo Mo. Kia Judge Dekelu. Idu Su Tavuk. General Scales.
Well, whoever voiced this guy definitely did not phone it in.
Proces general. Moro do kemo.
Kia Judge Dekelu.
Požvat keo jezo ev keo tashkov jeduk. Anito avkeash ash neo keo tashkov jeduk ash sematvem.
Kia Gach Kio Krystal Palace. Avowe, we are Jato. Rolo Ho Suvik. Kia Kakio. Touch we expect just shoot Kuso.
Okay, he screeched the first time, now he can talk? What on earth? You have arrived at the Krystal Palace. When you want to save your game, you must have a memory card inserted into slot A. Press start to, okay, save quit options. Highlight the required option by moving. Left, right, select. Okay, cool, you can save it anytime. Let's do that then. Let's go ahead and save. Yep, go ahead, save. And let's quit. See if I can change some of the settings. Back here on the main menu. Okay, so audio, set up music, SFX, cutscenes. Okay, so I can't make people more audible. Dialogue isn't an option on itself. Options. Okay, screen ratio normal. Oh my word. Oh, it has a widescreen feature. Okay, I'm happy with that. I am actually playing this in. Well, you're going to be watching it in 1080p. It's a little bit upscaled, but languages? Just subtitles. I do want the subtitles on, but you have to be kidding me. There's no brightness control anywhere here? That's remarkably annoying. One thing that I will say at the very least, the team at Rare did a great job of giving more character and personality to basically all of the characters that show up in this game. Alright, well, let's just, well, wait, let's check with Rob. No? Languages? Slippy. Switch that back to, stereo. I don't want it on, I don't want it on surround sound. I don't know how many people even have surround sound to listen to. I figure most of you are watching this on a phone, which means you're stuck in stereo for the most part, even if you have headphones in. Alright. We'll just pick up where we left off now. The Krystal Palace. This is a fuel barrel generator. It has been left here by General Scales, who uses the fuel to power his Sharp Claw army. Each time you use a barrel, another will be generated at this location. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. Who are you? The King Earthwalker sent us to protect Krystal Palace. It's not safe here for you. If you find yourself in danger, press X to roll out of the way. Ah, yes. The X that, I love the GameCube controller. I think the GameCube controller has a better button layout than, the PlayStation or the Xbox controller, for the simple reason that it relies on this belief that you have one single button that you're going to be pressing more than the others, so they made a really, really big A button, and then they made all of the other buttons satellite to it. When the C-stick is displayed, you can use an item from your inventory. Move the C-stick in the direction, it will automatically go to the correct slot for you. Use the item, simply press A. Okay, cool, that's fine. So, unlock that. I don't know why General Scales saw fit to lock up this particular fuel barrel, but, you know what? He's got an army, and he's running it, and it seems to be working out fairly well for him, so I shouldn't... Ooh! I didn't mean to take damage there. Oh man, no wonder I remember this little jingle so much. These are tasty puck-puck eggs, a sharp-clawed delicacy. Don't worry, they're not dinosaur eggs. They come from the huge puck-puck birds that Sharp Claw breed just for the tasty snack. Walk over the egg to collect it to recharge your energy. That's fine. That's cool. Look at this. There's another fella to talk to. Looks like he's trying to wear armor or something. General Scales and his Sharp Claw army attacked. We tried to stop them, but there were too many. To safely look around before you enter an area, press Z to see from the head view. Oh, this is a thing that was in all of the games back in the day. Like if it was a third-person game, they would give you a first-person perspective to be able to like align your camera. You should leave this place. Scales has brought a great evil into the palace. To be extra safe, sneak around corners by holding down L and moving with the joystick. Yes, so we're basically running the controls from Ocarina of Time, which is fine. Ocarina of Time is a game that I haven't really played a whole lot in any recency, but I grew up with it. I'll struggle with it to some degree, because I know that I'll struggle with Ocarina of Time to some degree because of its control scheme being a little bit on the aged side, but nothing is more certain than the March of Time. Even with the collapse of society, if taxes stop to be something that you worry about, the March of Time will continue. The March of Time will forever be a problem that you have to worry about. It's a little bit weird doing what is basically a Zelda temple without having a sword. Ooh, another dinosaur. You know what? Let's just use this real fast and break these crates. Of course I would. Of course I would miss. Scales attacked the palace so that he could capture the Krystal spirits for himself. The spirits hold great power and have been safe within this palace for 1,000,000 years. We fought hard against the sharp claws and were able to hide the spirits throughout. The Scales then unleashed an evil into the palace. In their hurry to leave, the sharp claw sealed me inside. I am getting a little bit too punch happy with the, well, punch happy? More like press happy with the button there. Ah, okay, here we go. So this is where it showed up again. Nothing could be more natural than dragging a barrel around a vaguely annoying corner. What is this? You've collected a Dumbledang pod. It's a delicious fruit found only on Dinosaur Planet. You will find them in sharp claw baskets. Or hanging from the trees, even baddies will sometimes drop them. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Oh, that's a cracked wall. Okay, that's fine. I gotta go back and get my barrel bomb. Everything is cool. Nothing's ruined. At least there's a little bit of lore immediately for why you find, like, explodable walls in a temple that seemingly was until just recently inhabited. It's pretty obvious. It's like, yeah, they sealed me in when they were trying to get out, which is a completely legitimate thing to say. It's like, oh, okay, that's why the doorways are sealed up, is because, you know, general scales or whatever. Okay. Of course, I try to rush the last fire jet, and what do? I throw it at the wrong time. That's fine. I want to do this a third time anyway. I'm just being salty. You know, Krystal here, I gotta admit, probably one of the most minimally dressed Nintendo characters I've ever seen. And admittedly, I guess technically she's not a Nintendo character not in spirit, I suppose. I think I might be able to just do this by hucking from here. Yeah, there we go, okay. She's not really a Nintendo character in the sense that Nintendo designed her. She's a Nintendo character in the sense that, she belongs to Nintendo. Rare was never really, strictly speaking, Nintendo. They were just kind of... Rare was a second-party developer, which is a fine detail that it isn't really worth explaining, but Rare made a very scantily clad wolf.
Keo Krystal, Toot Oe Kutsak, Keo Oho Tootwo,
Nos ag oe kio grot kio tash kuf shoduk.
Neo no ho Ukasbot, I shot to cut for Kutsak. No who, much shot. Oh.
Rek neok noho oe tedwo kutsoho.
Keo King Earthwalker, shot its game. Hekas Kiash Shushat Usuzo, Kutsimo Eve Keo Krizoa. Keo Krizoa, Oho Fuzo Fahax, Fenovic Roadru, Keo Grado Kevoke, Okudak, Naki Keo Fahax, a Kudak Ash 2.
Ach kutsoho jimokert atsute.
Moak, Etko Keo Fiho Eve Kutsuk, Sud Kubo Keo Kashk. Utko Keo, Krisoa Shrine, Etsu Achatu, Semf Kuko Kipahak Koch, Ut Unoak Ue Hunut, Av Ue Jesut, Kiot Hokit Kemo. Amdek Huitwu Utun Kotso.
Certainly, we're getting a lot of up-close shots on the on Krystal there in her. I mean, it's definitely a loincloth that she has on, and like her top is kind of like just a single piece of cloth that's been twisted in the middle to cover her chest. It's minimal. It's minimal. I'm certain that there were many. Oh, okay. I'm not supposed to be here yet. I'm certain that there were many youngins, of which, well, I wasn't one of them. But they would have been the same age as me, who saw Krystal and had an awakening, especially with the minimal amount of dress that she has on. Okay, let us head down. Oh, this is the Krizoa Shrine entrance. Stand in the center and press A to enter the shrine. I never would have imagined that giant spinning A really needed to be explained to me. You know, Dinosaur Planet is kind of... It's controversial to some degree. I think with time and the fact that the franchise the Star Fox franchise basically doesn't see anything released for it these days. I think this is probably one of the more loved. Oh. You found the Krizoa Shrine. Within lies the Krizoa Spirit. The spirits have been hidden, and they hold great power. Power that, if in the wrong hands, could bring terror, but in the right hands, the spirits can bring peace. There are 6 spirits to find and return to the Krizoa Palace. If you can find the spirits within the shrine and complete the test, it will be yours. Cool. as I was saying, I think that this game is more like a cult classic and beloved by more people. That being said, this is almost lost media. To my knowledge, it is impossible to get your hands on a copy of Dinosaur Planet through modern legal means, is what I should probably phrase. There's always going to be like the third piracy and whatnot, but okay, I think that I'm supposed to huck this right here. No, okay, so I'm probably supposed to destroy the little jellyfish thing. But to my knowledge, you cannot get this game on a virtual console. You cannot purchase it on any of the unique services. Of course, I would miss that Nintendo has available. So this is literally, I think, software where it was released for the GameCube once, and if you did not get that original copy of Star Fox Adventures Dinosaur Planet, there we go. You can't get it, you cannot play it, you cannot experience this game. It is as close to lost media as you can get, except for the part where Nintendo will absolutely wreck you if they catch you, pirating their material. But then again, Dinosaur Planet was a really, really big... I think to some degree Nintendo is happy to forget that Dinosaur Planet exists because it's a representation of a relationship gone bad because... almost said Square. Rare... Well, hang on. Test 1, the test of observation. Okay. Watch closely where I hide. When the urns stop moving, you must show me which urn I have hidden in. Find me 3 times in a row, and I will be yours to return to the Krystal Palace. Okay, easy as can be. I've never had problems with these games ever and at all. I did actually have a lot of problems with these games as a child, but, I feel like that's not the case. As an adult, I have better understanding. Anyways, Rare released this game, and then the immediate next day they were bought by Microsoft. And of course, there was also an exodus of a whole lot of their development staff with that news, because evidently it wasn't communicated to anybody at the studio, and it was like, wait, what do you mean we don't work for Nintendo anymore? I'm leaving, So there was a whole thing about how that ended up coming to pass, but I think that Nintendo was kind of the opinion that they don't really care to remember that this game exists, and for that matter, I don't think that Nintendo is really all that interested in the Star Fox franchise and doing anything other than gimmicky things with it. Something I notice here about Krystal is the fact that she basically has baked-in tattoos in her fur, and as a design choice, that's pretty cool. That's just outright pretty cool. But then again, half-dressed, shapely, female character. How are you not supposed to have a feeling for that, right? You did it! You collected the first Krystal spirit. It will remain in your body until you take it to the Krystal Palace, where it must be released. Now, this is an important part. This is a part of the game that I think about, right? It feels like I'm playing through the original Dinosaur Planet right here. That has nothing to do with Star Fox. Okay, cool. So we gotta find all of them. So, I mean, this just outright feels like the original Dinosaur Planet. I think that a version of the original Dinosaur Planet, like a ROM of the half-finished prototype, was, it showed up online a while ago. But, what's noteworthy to me is the fact that, like, right up until we get this sequence right here where you're seeing through the eyes of a monster, it feels like you're just playing through a version of Dinosaur Planet as they were originally intending it as, because Krystal was the hero. You were supposed to play as her. Oh, he's opening his mouth. Energy beam! So, it feels like it's just her story, and this is the way that, they introduce you to the mechanics, and, this is the hero, and then this happens. She gets thrown into this crystal, and she's trapped in it. This whole sequence right here feels like it's kind of ham-fisted and jammed into the game in order to pass the baton from Krystal to Fox McCloud. And don't get me wrong, Fox McCloud is a perfectly fine character, and he does a wonderful job of playing hero in this game. I think that a lot of the criticisms for this game are not valid, and it's fine. But this sequence right here, it just feels like handing off from the original game to when it was forced to become Star Fox, which we'll find out about more in the next episode. See you next time.